This is concerning the time of St. Patrick conversion of Ireland. Archaeologists stunned by the ancient comet that hit Earth and caused profound darkness. Archaeologists shed light on a potential link between the passing of Halley's Comet and Ireland's conversion to Christianity. Halley's Comet is one of the most famous of its kind and has zoomed past the night skies for thousands of years. The first recorded instance of its passing came in 239 BC. That's when Chinese astronomers recorded it in the Shi Wen Sign Thung Kao Chronicles, but others pushed the date back further, claiming the first observation happened in 466 BC, making it visible to the ancient Greeks. And after the 239 BC, Halley's returned in 164 and 87 BC, and it would make a similar journey every 75 years after that. Given its guaranteed presence across the ages, Halley's has taken on an almost mythical aura, with many people throughout history attributing various events to its appearance. For example, it was to have inspired Genghis Khan in his invasion of Europe, they say. Now, and years later, it returned in 1456, overlapping with the Ottoman Empire invasion of the Balkans, which brought Islam to Eastern Europe. And in recent years, scientists have also claimed that Halley's Comet could be credited with Ireland's conversion to Christianity, explored during the Smithsonian Channel documentary Sacred Sites Ireland. Ireland's conversion from Druidism is thought to have taken place in the 5th century AD, at the time, of course, the first Bishop of Ireland, St. Patrick. The man named Patrick, traveling to the island from Roman Britain. He was a British slave initially taken by the Irish. He was a shepherd there. Then he escaped, went back to Britain, went to Rome. He went to seminary there, and he told his father confessor that he had a dream that Christ told he would be the first bishop of Ireland, and that's how it worked out. So he was a missionary to convert the pagan population of the Druids, so the story goes. And we know the whole of the area was Druid before Christianity came to them. Researchers long questioned the legitimacy of this and whether it is simply fiction to outline Ireland's Christian history, concerning the comet, of course. Dr. Patrick McCafferty, a Celtic scholar, said, "The reality was not like that. St. Patrick did not travel all over Ireland. He was confined mainly to the northern part of Ireland. Also, we know that other people were teaching at the same time, and we also know that even by a century after his death, paganism still survived in Ireland." Yeah, a little slowly after that, it was spreading. Christianity was spreading. He had a lot of disciples. Now, researchers have since looked into the Earth's and his disciples had worked tremendous miracles. Now, one of them was I think, what was her name? St. Bridget. Okay, St. Bridget established a nunnery, and she went to the local king. They had kingdoms everywhere, and she said, "Please give me this piece of land, piece of land, so I can establish a convent." And he said, no. She kept on going back to him, said, "Please, just enough as my cape is long." And he said, "Okay, what could she ask for? Maybe a couple of yards." And so she asked for this. I'm saying this, for the glory of Christ. She asked 4 of the nuns to stand at each corner of her cape, and she said to them, "Okay, now run." And they all ran off, and the cape was stretching, and it was stretching for tens of yards. And the king saw this miracle, and he said, "If I don't stop them, they're going to take away all my land." The cape was just stretching like it was a never-ending cape. And he said, "Okay, stop, I'll give it to you. So that was one of the miracles, and she had a lot of, she was one of the disciples of St. Patrick. Now, researchers have since looked into the Earth's ice stores, in a bid to determine how Ireland converted, with scientists coming across an extraordinary link between Halley's Comet and the event. Around the year 540 AD, a giant dust cloud appeared in the Earth's atmosphere, and delving into ancient ice stores from the times, researchers managed to align the dates from the dust cloud with other historical events that were happening at that time, like Ireland's Christian conversion. Analyzing air bubbles trapped in one of the ice columns, they found that the two events did appear to be linked. Dr. Dallas Abbott, geophysicist, studies samples from large ice sheets that covers Greenland and explained the Greenland ice samples tell us there was extraterrestrial dust coming to the Earth's atmosphere from 533 until 539, 540 AD. And back then, they described the stars as dancing, and that's basically due to there being a lot of dust. She says that the dust came from the trail of Halley's Comet, which raced past the Earth in 530 AD. Dr. Abbott also discovered that Halley's left an unusually long celestial trail full of debris in its wake. She said some places in the cometary dust trail were bigger than the comet, and one of those hit the Earth near the equator, and that produced most of the profound darkness between 536 and 537 AD. The evidence appeared to be backed by events from history, with one medieval historian describing a comet so vast that the entire sky seems to be on fire. Meanwhile, the Romans had observed a bizarre change in the landscape, a pale sun that had lost its heat and vigor. And the ancient Irish annals detailed food troubles and shortages, something which would have resulted in social unrest. Dr. McAfee said, "We have a famine, we have the plague, we also have the references in the stars falling in comets in the sky from 530s to 540s. And now together, I suspect that these were enough to convince people that the religion they used to believe in was not working, Druidism that is. It wasn't working anymore, and that they needed to leave for something new. And in a sense, Christianity would have brought this message that these symbols in the of the world ending, and now was the time to switch religion, to change from Druidism to Christianity. And we know how they got Druidism from the ancient Greeks. It was basically the same religion that the ancient Greeks had. This is by Joel Day of Druid is Dries. They used to have their seances and their things under the oak trees. Dries is Druid is the name of the oak tree in Greek, Dries. So this is by Joel Day on Express UK. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.